In a world where borders often define who we are and where we can go, a new generation of African creators is choosing to move freely, boldly, and unapologetically. They are not backed by travel empires. They are not chasing luxury. They are storytellers, armed with cameras, courage, and curiosity, reclaiming the African narrative, one border at a time, and showing that Africa is not just a destination, it's a story worth telling.
I have a great responsibility of showcasing Africa, changing how people see Africa and how people think of Africa. So I am telling the African story the African way. My name is Kimora Smith Mensah. My social media name is Efia Kimora. I am a travel content creator exploring Africa. I am from Ghana, West Africa. As a travel content creator, I am always excited to share my travel experience, things that I personally experience on the grounds, the culture, the food, the people, the environment, anything that makes that country a whole. I am always excited to see new things, new people, how they do their things, interesting places, tourist sites, and what makes that country unique and special. When I had not started this travel thing, experiencing nothing, just my own, just Ghana, and particularly where I am only, most especially the southern part of Ghana. And when I started exploring, I started trying new things, most especially when it comes to food. I love to try new things, and I'm someone who loves to try new things, no matter how the thing tastes, how it looks like. If you are not dying, that means I can also try it, right?
Growing up, travel felt distant, something like only certain people could do, especially for young African women who are expected by the society to just wait around until they are married before they start exploring life. In 2022, I went on my first international trip to Ghana, and I decided to challenge that idea with my content. I wanted to show Africans that it's possible to explore our beautiful continent on a budget. But more importantly, for women to see themselves through my story and know that they can move, they can explore, and live fully. Through my content, I spotlight African hidden gems and also showcase the beauty of Africa. In doing so, I hope to contribute to reshape how African is seen, not just by the world, but by Africans themselves. I currently choose destination based on curiosity and affordability, as I am currently a budget traveler. I also listen to my audience. So when they keep saying is a particular place worth visiting, that's usually my cue to go there. My goal is to show the fullness of Africa, not just the luxury or the known, but the everyday little magic and the cultural depth people don't always talk about.
Kimora's travels have taken her across Ghana, Togo, Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Liberia, South Africa, among other African nations. Her journey highlights a simple but powerful vision: an Africa where borders don't divide and transport connects all.
I explored 5 countries in Southern Africa: South Africa, Lesotho, Eswatini, which is Swaziland, Mozambique, and then Zimbabwe. So I did most of them by road, going from one country to the other, and it was the smoothest border experience I've ever had. The roads are good, the transportation system were so perfect to what I've already experienced. It was perfect, but the border that gave me tough time was going from Swaziland to Mozambique. They were like, it's not visa free, but officially it's visa free, like it's part of our visa free thing, but they told me it's not visa free, then I had to pay. So they say it's not visa free, and it stated that visa free, so I had to pay at the border around $10 plus to enter Mozambique.
With each journey, Esther Okorougo is redefining what it means to travel across Africa as a young woman. Through her lens, she has taken audiences from bustling cities to hidden gems across the continent, each destination offering new stories and connections. Among all her travels, one place holds a special spot in her heart.
So far, I've been able to travel to Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana, Benin Republic, and Togo. And my favorite so far has to be Rwanda. I love how hospitable they are, how very welcoming they are. With each person I get to meet, I get to feel how warm they are and very welcoming to their country. But most importantly, I love how eco-conscious they are. And as a sustainable travel advocate, that stood out for me. And I can't even wait to go back there.
For Esther, traveling across Africa isn't just about crossing borders. It's about discovering the warmth of its people and imagining a future where moving freely across the continent feels effortless.
My experience with visas, transportation, and hospitality across Africa has been largely very positive. I found that people are very welcoming and warm, from the ever patient people in Togo to the hospitable and lovely people in Rwanda. I've had a beautiful experience. Moving them will boost cultural exchange and support regional integration across the continent. Yes, African countries are becoming more accessible, but it's a gradual process. In February, I visited Rwanda and Kenya, and the ease of entry, especially for Rwanda's visa policy, was completely refreshing. It gave me a glimpse into what intra-African travel could be like when other countries open border. And I'm completely looking forward to when I can get to travel across Africa without having to bother about visa applications.
So what I think needs to be changed to make traveling within Africa so simple, we should see that we are one. We are one, like we are one people. We shouldn't see ourselves as enemies. And also the transport system, if railway could be constructed maybe in West Africa, if you can pick one train from one country to the other, the transport system, if it's efficient, it's going to help all of us, not only content creators, but Africa, the whole people as a whole, so that it will make living more convenient, simple, and easy for all of us. And also, it should be visa free. Most of the countries in Africa, you have to go through that visa process that we have to go through when going to Europe and going to America and all that. It should be visa free, but the proper measures should be put in place for people to enter the country. It shouldn't be that stressful. Digital, where you can apply online, then when you've applied to enter, then you just enter if you want to go by road, if you want to go by air. As a female travel content creator who travels to experience, explore, and doesn't keep my experience to myself, but I share my experience on the media for everyone to know. It's not only in a way that I'm telling my story, but when people watch me, it motivates them a lot. Yeah, most of the people they know how I started and how I am going and where I have been to. So they come to me. I have this lady from Guinea-Bissau came to my DM on Instagram and was like, I visited this country, I visited Liberia because of your vlog, because of what I saw. Most people are going to Burkina Faso because I went to Burkina Faso. Yes, this is very true. A lot of people are going to Burkina Faso because of me. A lot of people are starting traveling content or other content creation because of me. They will just come into my DM. You are motivating us, not only female, men, people. Other people are coming into my DM and being like, I'm doing this because of you. Not only that I'm sharing my experience, but it is also helping a lot of people, giving information to people to make decisions on how to go about moving into other African countries to find lovers or to find life partners, create business, what they would like to do there, to settle, and so many other things.
For these creators, travel is no longer just personal. It's about inspiring a community of Africans to explore, break barriers, and connect.
I've received so many sweet messages from my followers who have been inspired to start traveling. Now, showing up to share my travel stories is no longer about me. It's now more about the people I found along the journey. Communities has grown from my comment section. I see people tag me when they travel to their first international country, and it's been an amazing journey, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. I definitely see myself as one of the growing wave of creators that are pushing for a unified and mobile Africa. during my trip in Rwanda, I sat with some group of young Africans, and while we're sharing our stories, I got to realize that they've not visited countries close to them, but by sharing my story, they were inspired to start up countries close to them instead of just waiting around. With each travel story every creator share, we are breaking every single barriers, both the visible and the invisible one, and showing people the possibility that is out there with exploring Africa, and more importantly, showing them that travel is accessible to them, irrespective of their background or where they are coming from.
What if traveling across Africa was as easy as taking a bus from one city to the next? No visas, no border delays, just the freedom to move, live, and work anywhere on the continent. That's the bold vision behind a major African Union agreement, the Protocol on Free Movement of Persons, Right of Residence, and the Right of Establishment. Adopted in 2018, the protocol aims to transform how Africans move across Africa. It gives every African citizen three powerful rights. First, the right of entry, visa-free access to any African member state. Secondly, the right of residence, which is the ability to live in another country legally. And third, the right of establishment, the right to set up a business or find work across borders. It's about more than travel. It's about opportunity, connection, and a truly united continent.